Hey everybody, I'm back in the studio. It's Monday. Just got home this morning actually from a really nice weekend away at my parents' house. Took Amy and little Tom down there for the weekend and just had like a nice relaxing weekend with the folks, which was pretty cool. Anyway, we're back in today, and today I just have some thoughts I wanted to share. There's some, like, just stuff that's like been on my mind lately. As a drummer, as a musician, I have had varying degrees of relationship with preparation over the years. When I was in my 20s, I started out when I started playing music, preparing a lot, over preparing. And then in my mid-20s, I got lazy and I stopped preparing because I got to a point where I didn't have to work as hard. That sounds really arrogant, but I got to a point where the music that I was getting called to play was all similar enough and I was doing it consistently enough that I didn't have to spend that much time like on the practice pad. And I was exercising the muscle of learning music enough so that I didn't really have to practice outside of the music I was learning. Like, my practice on the kit came from just learning music. Then I got a little bit older and a little bit more mature and realized that there is never a point in time where I am ever going to stop growing or should ever stop growing as a player. And where I am now is, let me preface this. I recently watched this documentary. I'm a big Formula One fan. I love F1. And there's a documentary on Netflix called Drive to Survive. It's a 10-part series that came out not too long ago. And there is an episode with a driver named Esteban Ocon, and he is going through his preparation for an upcoming race. And one of the things he does is he closes his eyes and is in not a simulator, but basically a little cockpit setup for a car. And he closes his eyes and he visualizes driving the track. And he remembers every single turn and every single distance between every turn, every single detail about this track, because he's done his homework up front, because he's prepared. And I watched that and was just, I don't know why I had the audacity to be surprised at such immense preparation, but I was. And it just occurred to me in watching that episode how much better I can do as a drummer in my preparation. And not just for any specific song, but just in general. I think that a lot of musicians don't think about the fact that we are athletes to a certain extent. We party and drink and have fun and all that, and that's all good, but you also have to remember that you need to be able to perform, especially if you want to perform at a high level, you need to act like it. And that's been the path I've been on recently, of trying to make sure that I'm prepared to perform at the highest level in anything that I do. So while I have been back on the pad for a little bit now, just on the drum pad, I actually adjusted my practice setup. So check this out. I went out and got an actual official practice setup. I have little low volume hi-hats from Zildjian, a little low volume ride, and then I have my little kick pedal and my pad. And then that's my iPad on a stand with my music on it. So I'm like actually back in practice mode these days. I want to get better. I want to improve. I've noticed some deficiencies in my game. If you've paid attention to me on Instagram, you've seen some of my posts about how my left foot, my left side, is not where I want it to be. And so I'm working to fix that. This setup right now is set up right-handed. I flip it and I play it left-handed too. And it sounds so much worse, I promise you, than it does right-handed. But that's the good thing. If I overload left hand, when I come back to right hand by comparison is so easy that I realize how much improvement I'm making, right? So that's what I wanted to share today. Preparation is real. Don't do like I did and get bogged down in thinking that you don't need to prepare, over-prepare. Always over-prepare. Always be practicing. Always work to get better. No matter how many hours a day you spend making music or making whatever it is you make, you still need to take time to go back to the basics. LeBron still shoots free throws. Tiger Woods still practices putting. Like, it never stops. So that's where my head's at today, and I just wanted to share that. I hope you're having an awesome Monday, and I will see you tomorrow.